Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today we take a closer look at a new model from Montage Watches, their Diver 300. I already had a pleasure of reviewing their first model, the elegant Prestige Automatic. That was a beautiful watch with an amazing dial and very good finishing. That watch had only one problem, a cringy brand name. You, my viewers, agreed on that, and many commented the name was not a very smart choice. And being a micro-brand, the then Millennial responded by rebranding to Montage. In my opinion, a much better choice. With this model, they tapped into the heart of the watch market by making a vintage-inspired diver. What I love is the fact they kept their core DNA by making this amazing fume dial. It comes in a variety of dial colors, with green being my favorite originally, but after spending more time with this, red is definitely growing on me. I think it is something the Red Orient Kamasu started. Before I handled that watch, I couldn't imagine myself wearing a red-faced watch. Although I love the Kamasu, this watch is on a whole different level. And here, I'm not just talking about the specs, which are a bit better, but the overall look and proportions of the case, bezel, and dial. Comparing the dial with the Kamasu, this one has a more pronounced sunburst effect with a deeper scale between dark and light sections, and combined with the fume effect of darkness at the edges, just makes this one look more premium. Then the markers in hands. They look so sharp that you feel you could just cut yourself just by looking. Highly polished with clearly defined facets, they're stunning to look at. Only extreme macro reveals some roughness and foreign material present, but to the naked eye, they look exceptionally well finished. Then the way the highly domed sapphire crystal distorts everything and reflects the light on the edges. It is simply amazing and makes the Kamasu one look dull. This has to be one of the best imitations of vintage acrylic crystals I have seen. Usually, brands will simply cut the edges of the crystal, creating a boxed sapphire, as it is much simpler to produce. But with this, it actually has a curvature at the edges, creating a much better effect. The bezel is slightly lower than the crystal and comes with an aluminum insert, the only thing I wish they upgraded. I know this is more true to the original vintage divers, but I keep imagining this with a translucent sapphire bezel that combined with the crystal would look even better. The bezel itself has a coin-edge grip and comes with 120 clicks, which are well defined. It is not amazing in action, but it is not that bad either. Overall, the dial and bezel part look very refined and luxurious, while the outer parts, the case and bracelet, look very utilitarian and industrial, thanks to the brushed finish pretty much everywhere. If you follow my channel, you know I'm a fan of brushed finish on surfaces that take the most damage, as brushed finish handles scratches much better than pretty much any other. Would it be more interesting if it had a polished bevel here and there? Yes, but even like this, I love the look. And finally, the size and proportions. With a diameter of just under 40 millimeters and a lug-to-lug of 46, it wears perfectly on my 6.7-inch wrist, with only the thickness going to just over 13, which is thicker than I like. But the watch doesn't look too thick, as a lot of that comes from the crystal. The bracelet has solid links held with screws, and a machined clasp, so everything you might want. And the comfort is amazing. The watch is powered by a Miyota 9015, an automatic movement that beats away 28,800 bph and comes with both hacking and hand winding. The movement is not visible as it is hidden away behind this beautiful solid caseback with a huge anchor emblem and an imitation of sea waves done in frosted finish. Again, pretty good looking. And finally we come to the price, which is going to be $350 retail, but during the pre-order you can get it for $279. Honestly, with these looks and specs, I could justify spending this much even if it came with a less premium Seiko NH35, let alone the Miyota 9015, making this a no-brainer if you like the looks. So far you might think it has no flaws whatsoever, but sadly there is one. Lack of any lume on the bezel. If you follow my channel, you know I'm not a fan of fully loomed bezels, but this one doesn't even have the loomed triangle at 12, which is a big letdown. Since Montage Watches listened to our voices and inputs before, I'm kinda hoping they will listen this time as well, so hopefully this detail will get fixed by a future variant. And who knows, maybe one day they even make a more premium version with the already mentioned sapphire bezel. Anyways, that completes this week's review, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.